Tuesday, August 24th. I guess I got home after work this morning, and there was activity in the parking area of the house. And I couldn't park. Big trucks and a crane, and they were taking down the tree. You know, they're just cutting it up. I thought maybe they were just trimming it, you know, taking down some of the bigger pieces, and it's like, oh, that's a shame. They have to, you know, take down. You know, they're just taking the whole thing. They're not done yet, but they've sliced it up pretty good. Not much left. So their intent is, you know, that's not trimming, that's destruction. That's just tearing it down. It's a nice tree. I'm glad I took as many photos and pictures as I did when it was there. It was a home to a lot of, you know, local birds and squirrels, and provided shade and oxygen, and, you know, I guess it was in the way of human ideals or thoughts or progress or something. You have to make more room for asphalt or parking for more vehicles. So, I don't know. I'm surprised maybe it's a good thing. It affects me. You know, I know it's not my tree, but you know, whenever I saw that there was activity going on around it, it's like, uh-oh. I was a little worried. And it's like, oh, good, they've left it alone. I was always a little bit afraid. It's like, uh-oh. No, but this time, no. I mean, there's nothing I could have done. They were going to take it once. You know, that's what they do. And maybe they'll plant a sapling in its place. You know, that tree must have been at least 75, 85 years old. Well, you know, on the grand scale, you know, try to think of it that way. You know, thinking of things in terms of a human lifespan. It's like, oh, it's an ancient tree, but no. That's still sad. How do you measure the value? I don't think you can. But nothing is, you know, I like to think that nothing's irreplaceable. But it's sure hard to come by. And some things that go missing or lost just stay lost. Can never be found. So, just reflecting. And I kept it to myself. I didn't say anything, of course. You know, people at the meeting tonight, for instance, were just, you know, just same old, same old. Not that that's a bad thing, but they are, you know, pretty much content for the most part with themselves and their lives and how they're living, and the ones that have dissatisfaction with some of it, you know, work on making parts of it better. It's like the same thing I'm doing, but I don't know, just an entirely different belief structure. But am I so different? Maybe. Just in my own way. I don't know. Just a little bit deillusioning. Trying to drop pretense. It's like this whole recovery business, and it's like it's a lot of smoke and mirrors. And I don't think it's a game that I really want to play anymore. And I know it's not a game, it's life and death, but I just don't think it's for me. Like I used to think it was for me, that I could have, I could believe in. It turns out it's the same as others. And it's just not for me. I thought it could be, thought it might be different, but people are people. You know, wherever I go, wherever people gather in groups, people are people. And, you know, I guess it's that, you know, looking for that tribe sense that I have never found and never belonged, never really just connected. You know, I just get senses of it that I get that other people, you know, have some sort of connectivity, but I don't. And a lot of people, well, you're not believing hard enough, or you're not believing, you're not trying, or you're not doing it the right way. Try harder. What does that even mean? You know, I could pretend at it. You know, and is that what they? It just feels like that's what they want. Well, just pretend at it then. Okay. No. Tired of pretending. And if, like, I'd just rather just not. And I'll just go ahead and be okay anyway. How about I just do that? It just seems like that's the way it's going. That it's a separation. It's a lovely program, and I'm glad it's there for the people that need it. But I will be just kind of going my own way. And that's just it's the natural order of things. It is going to have already happened. And these are just the little, it's like final looks, final confirmations, just looking back and just reflecting fondly on, you know, lies that I needed to believe in. Very necessary at the time that I had to believe in something. I still agree with that. That I had to believe because I needed to believe those things. That there was some community, some greater organization that I could be a part of, and you know, and it couldn't make sense for me. But, you know, really, really, really wanted, you know, but there was no greater understanding. There was no greater sense. It's just a bunch of people. They're just as lost and confused and befuddled and human as any other organization or group. They don't know anything. They don't have any answers. You know, it's like, and they're not in charge. They have no authority. And it's like I've kind of stopped seeking confirmation, verification, validation of how I should feel about myself and, you know, my actions. It's like I already know how to feel about my actions and how I'm doing. I'm doing okay. I don't need to explain myself to them to receive encouragement. And I can, but it's like people don't understand. They always sort of trying, a lot of people, it's like, because I guess they're just used to it, but they're always trying to undermine and toss in negative spins to, like, you know, subvert good deeds, like trying to hint that, oh, you're doing it for a selfish reason or something like that. It's like, okay, I didn't know I was doing it for a bad reason, but okay. It's like, and then this whole thing about, you know, believing in a higher power that they choose to call God. And if you don't believe in a higher power that you choose to call God, well, just, you know, you just keep until God is God. You're just not getting it yet. It's okay though. A little bit condescending and belittling. That they possess some, you know, there are a few that feel like, at least it appears to me, that they're just tolerating those that are, you know, they don't understand. Or they're not at the same level as everybody else who is in the know. And that's frustrating. And there's no, they will continue to believe and feel that way. There's no, it's like, there's no change in that. People are closed-minded. You know, this is all about honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness, you know, as is what is said. But they are very closed-minded in their open-mindedness, rigid thinking, that it's either this way or there's nothing else. Well, you have to do it this way. So, you have to do it within the rules or context or convention of their understanding. And if it's not, then it's, well, it must be bad or something. I'm not sure. I haven't figured it out. I'm never going to. I don't really care. I'm not really interested. And I find that my stepping back and not being as exposed on a constant basis to reinforcement of indoctrination and rhetoric and dogma, I feel better. Yeah, and it's like, I know I'm not in charge. I know I don't really have much influence or power over my environment, but I can do a lot of things and feel pretty good about it. Whether anybody knows about it or not. And what I choose to share, I choose to share. And it's like, I don't need permission to feel good. I don't need permission feel okay about myself and my right to be, my right to exist. So it's like people can make fun, they can mock, and it's like, oh, oh, he's not doing stuff right, so it doesn't count. Oh, he's not living exactly correctly, so it doesn't count. So I don't care. I really just don't have the I don't have the energy or capacity to really so much be fussed over what some of these people, seem to think. Whether they actually think it or not, I'm not sure. And again, I'm not going to investigate. So it's like I just catch little whispers sometimes, where it's like judgments. And it's like, oh well. I'm not going to go ahead and start manipulating and changing my personality or behavior based on a few, heckles or guffaws at my state of being. It's like I am not here to fulfill their expectations. If I spent my life doing that, I would spend my life running in circles, never accomplishing anything, except for constantly trying to live up to and appease some ideal of, it's like, and of ever changing. Because what other people want, it's always changing. So I can never live up to everybody's expectations of me at all times in all places. So I can just be myself and do what I know how to do, and that's about it. And try to live up to what I hold my own standards of, and sometimes that's too much. And I can't even live up to my own standards and expectations. I don't even have enough energy for that. It's like I haven't done any good writing in a couple days, and I feel a little bit bad about myself, but the words aren't there. I could write something, but I don't know. Sometimes I think I've forgotten how to write. And that kind of scares me. But then something happens and I start writing, or I read something and then I start writing, and it's like, where was that? Where'd that come from? Who wrote that? I'd like to talk to that guy. But then they're gone. And it's like, but I know I wrote it. It's like I was there. But it's that ghost writing kind of. I just kind of zone out or zone in, or get some really good words. But and I was thinking on the drive back, as far as this being an autistic recovery, and I wrote it down because it was a really good thought. I thought I need to explore it more. It's just the beginnings. It's like what people have been watching over the past few years is they have not been watching an alcoholic finding sobriety. They've been watching an autistic person finding freedom. And it just so happens that that freedom does involve stopping behavior which was causing I can't say the word. Desensitization. I'll have to practice. Desensitizing. Desensitization. I can't numb myself to the world just because I don't like it. I can't numb myself to the world just because I don't like me. You know, so it's like the sooner I don't have to like everything, yeah, but I can do stuff about it too. You know, it's like I can do stuff about myself so I can like myself better. I can do stuff about my world so I can like the world better. You know, at least feel okay about myself in the world. I don't have to kill myself over it. So I guess as far as an anonymous program goes, I'm just kind of playing along. It's there, and it's like I'm liked, I'm welcome. People would want me to be more involved and, you know, take up more responsibility, have sponsees. It's like I can't sponsor a person. I mean, I can, but I can do it badly. I can do it really badly and really confuse them because they can't. The people that come in, it's like I can't. Well, it's like I mean, the time and the energy and the attention. It's like I only know how I got, you know, into this, and it was through a treatment center, and I was there for 90 days, 3 months, living in a treatment center. I don't know how to, you know, it's like people in the wild on the street. It's like keep constantly on the phone with them, talking hours at a time. It's like I don't know. I'm just not that interested. It's like I can't keep anybody sober and I can't get them drunk. If they don't already want this, then there is no chance for them. They have to already want it. And if they already want it, then they'll find a way. That's what I did. No matter what happened, I always found a way. Because I wanted it to find a way. So it's like, so whatever did or didn't happen, I mean, it bothered me, but it's like, okay, now what? Find a way. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Maybe it's that stubbornness, or resolve, or determination. Whatever you want to call it. Grit, guile, fortitude. But I sure do like myself better. Probably too much. Too confident. Except at the same time, it's like a single word can bring me down. A single comment, a thought. So it's like I have to be really careful with myself. Very sensitive. And it's like even right now, it's like I'd really like to believe that there's more going on that I just don't know about. That I'm somehow involved in something that I just don't even know about. But I think the truth of the matter is I'm just, you know, I'm not. And I just give myself credit because I want to believe that there's more going on than I'm just kind of, you know, out of the loop on. And because it's happened before where I think that something's going on and it's just not. And I build up this fantasy, fiction, and it might have some framing in reality, but there's no substance in reality. except for what I create and manufacture and fabricate and feed into. So it's like I can take bits and pieces and construct a whole universe that suits the type of world that I want to be a part of. And it's a nice world. I like it. I can totally understand why I endorse it and approve of it. And but if it isn't real, it just isn't real. And it's like, but I haven't figured that I haven't figured that out yet. You know, this one has not figured that out yet. So there's still a part of me still needs to believe. And a part of me does. The fool. You know, without, and it's just, it's like I couldn't explain it to anybody else. Like, there is no logic behind it, there is no good reason behind it, and I couldn't prove a damn thing. It's just, you know, it's the want to be wanted, the want to be valued, and it's like I am, but not for the same reasons. Different. And it's like I want to be wanted for, you know, yeah. So anyway, I guess I just haven't found what I'm looking for. You know, it's not. And it's like I don't know. At least I've got a better idea of what it is that I'm looking for. That sense of, you know, being important to somebody, and you know, receiving attention, and you know, but it's a two-way street too. It's like being available and accessible and all that sort of stuff, which I don't really have much experience with. But no one's asking either, so. So, I don't know, it's confusing. I confuse myself. And these are luxury problems, I guess. You want to call them that. But they don't seem like luxuries. They seem awfully difficult. I don't believe they are insurmountable. I just believe that I just don't understand them. And it's like I want to, but I guess those, I just keep holding on, I guess. Just keep trying. It is just kind of, you know, I don't know. I don't really have any more words. I guess I've run out. So, anyway, I guess that's it.